Welcome everyone. Thank you for being here with me, Melissa Moonbeam. Today is December 17th and tomorrow on the 18th we'll be having a full moon in Gemini. Gemini is connected to the Lover's card in Tarot, and the Lover's card represents making a decision. It also correlates to the divine masculine and feminine energies. The masculine and feminine are not related to gender. These are energies that everyone embodies. So when an individual is balanced, their masculine energies are balanced, they would be self-disciplined, ambitious, loyal, reliable, generous, confident, strong, and logical. So they're very left thinking, the left side of the brain thinking. So that's logical. And then when the feminine's energies are balanced, they're highly intuitive, compassionate, wise, receptive, loving, nurturing, patient, devoted, graceful, sensual, creative, and they're good listeners. So those are some energies or examples of traits that we would embody if we were balanced within our masculine and feminine self. So when we're unbalanced, the masculine would tend to be non-committal, cold, distant, insensitive, unreliable, dishonest, struggles with addiction, overgiving, they overcompensate and are domineering. When a feminine is unbalanced, they would be insecure, feel the need to prove their worth, distrustful, they would ignore their intuition, would be jealous, overly emotional, manipulative, resentful, and dependent. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to get into the reading. Also, in 4 days, we will be transitioning out of Sagittarius season and entering into Capricorn season. So this is something to look forward to. Okay, I've already pre-shuffled the cards, and here we go. The Lover's card did present itself. So there is a decision that needs to be made. But as of yet, this decision hasn't happened yet. The reason why is because before this decision can be made, the person who's making it needs to be balanced. So this could be you or another person. And right now, they're in their imagination. And we always personally, I always like to see things from two sides, two perspectives. The duality, the yin, the yang. And so we create our reality. And if we're going to be going within to process everything, the best way to do this is to imagine only the good. And of course, the darkness is going to steer us in a different direction. But we have the power, which is represented by the horse, to choose to shift our focus towards envisionments that are positive. Because either way, you're going to be thinking. So you can think positive thoughts or negative thoughts, but we do create a reality. So if you're continuing to think self-defeating thoughts or overthinking or thinking about the past and, remember when, this sort of thing, then the energy isn't going to, you're not going to manifest that which you desire, right? And so what is here is there's a lot of really positive experiences just around the corner. but this is a time for Capricorn to really stay grounded and balanced, and also here taking inspired action. So here we have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is about planting the seed. And so 2 weeks ago we would have had a new moon. So the new moon is about planting the seed. So you, with this energy, you can see that the seed has sprouted, and you can see here like this light shining through. There's something that's going to be illuminated based on the previous moon cycle, based on our previous intentions. And this is because there's been a collapse. I'm sorry, I wish I had better lighting. So there's been a collapse, there's been an ending. And, or spirits guiding you to stop with this, stop being delusional, right? So it's like, okay, you have the let's go back to the masculine, feminine. So if you're balanced, then you're going to embody all of those energies that are positive. But if you're unbalanced, once again, you're going to be, you would be self-serving, non-committal, cold, distant, insensitive, unreliable, dishonest, struggle with addiction, overcompensate, overgiving, domineering. And if your masculine's energies are unbalanced, your feminine energies are going to be balanced. There's only one way to stay balanced, right? Balance is balance. So if you're any of those, if you're expressing any of those traits, then you would be imbalanced as well, like from your feminine energy. So that would mean that you would feel insecure, feel the need to prove your worth, ignore your intuition, be overly emotional, manipulative, resentful, dependent, or jealous. And you don't have to have all of those things in order to be unbalanced. It's like you can have a few of them and still be unbalanced. So with that unbalance, all of these things are all of these cups, what's in these cups is going to manifest negatively, right? So here, like this is gold in this cup. You're not going to have enough money, right? There's a snake here. You're going to get bit by a snake and be poisoned, whether, somebody's speaking something to you in a harsh way. It's like, biting your head off kind of thing. Or like here with the dragon, being hot-tempered or too much self-isolation, or even, greediness, this sort of thing. But if you're positive and you're balanced, then you're going to have abundance. You're going to have comfort and security and healing and all of these good things. But as of yet, there's information that still needs to come to light. There's information that needs to be illuminated. And this is in regards to a relationship. But there's still there's still healing that needs to be had. And this healing, let's see here. So there's going to be an offering of a new beginning, of a foundation, possibly moving in with someone, a commitment of sorts. This person that's making this offering has become incredibly strong. This is after a long period of inwardness, self-reflection, facing their demons. And so here is the energy that's talking about, I really wish I had better lighting. Okay, so here the eight of wands, ace of swords, and judgment. So here we go. This is about making a decision, even here. And this is to do with commitment. And the reason why I know this is because we have both the masculine and the feminine. And then we have making a decision. And we have the Hierophant. So this represents commitment. You know, committed to a cause, a belief system. And then here, collaboration. After the crumbling. So there's this ending, or this crumbling, this disaster, and here, but now it's okay, it's time for rebuilding. Here, planting the seed, the manifesting, and then the rebuilding, and then this is moving in together. Or even you can see it's like the church where you go and you take your vows. But this hasn't happened yet. This person's still processing. They're still healing. But they're stronger than they've ever been before. They've been doing the work. Okay, so I'm going to reshuffle. There's a lot of masculine energy in this reading. So if you're feminine, or female, I guess I should say, and you're hoping that there's somebody going to make you a love offering, this is going to be happening. Okay, I'm just going to take out all the major players here. Because typically a male would have more of that assertion, but it doesn't always have to be that way. But like, men usually stereotypically, I guess, are the pursuer in our system, like within the societal system. And let's say if you're been unbalanced, like you've been the chaser, you're the feminine and you've been chasing, and then you decided, okay, I can't do this anymore. And by doing that, it shifted the energy. And now the masculine, the male, who you've been wanting to, I want to redo this video because I feel like I'm just totally confusing everything with all this masculine and feminine, but I'm just going to keep going. I just know that many of you watching are females, okay? And most of you probably are in a relationship with a male. And because of the imagery of these cards, it's hard not to correlate it's, you know, I see a male, I think of a male, this sort of thing. And I'm not trying to be that way, but you know, this is my programming, and I'm just trying to find different ways of wording things so that it's not, you know, it's all inclusive and everybody understands it. So anyways, so here we go. We have the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups. The King of Swords is the analytical mind, logical thinking, processing, intellectual. The King of Pentacles is all about the physical world, financial security, dedication, long-term commitment. The King of Cups is all about our emotions, the flow, the romance, the tenderness. And so this is the energy that this other person has been developing. And as they've been becoming stronger and more confident and self-assured, and because of this, they're wanting to make or offer commitment. Because when you have the King of Pentacles paired with the Queen of Pentacles, that would be a perfect pairing, right? And so here also the energies between the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. This is also a very good pairing, because the cup, the water energy represented by the King of Cups, nurtures or waters the earth energy, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So is there anything else that we need to know? Okay, this is about our emotions. Okay, so if you've been erratic or overly emotional and impatient, this sort of thing, if you've been unbalanced, basically, then it's time for you to put an end to this. It's time for you to make a final decision and say, enough is enough. I deserve happiness. I deserve to have peace, contentment, togetherness, and you want everything, right? So here, this is what was happening. The feminine energy was very fiery, passionate, obsessive, and they were trying to control the situation. And when it didn't work, they became even more hot-headed, and they kept lashing out at the masculine because the masculine wasn't able to commit. And so then this created imbalance. So now the feminine has gone through this phase, this whole experience, and now they're ready to have this full completion, this culmination, and they're entering, or here we go, the judgment, the final judgment call. And because of this, now this is about freedom, freedom from the negativity, those belief sets that have been holding us back and that have been perpetuating the pain and thinking of the past and longing for the future. Now the feminine is self-assured, and because the feminine has started to has stepped into their power, has become stronger, has tamed these emotions, is no longer overgiving, is no longer willing to settle for less. This is shift the masculine's energy. So the masculine has been running and the feminine's been pursuing. Now the masculine has shifted, and this is creating the balance. Also, before I chose these cards, I had shown you the Hierophant, the Four of Wands, the Emperor and the Empress, which is a couple, the Lovers, which is the decision. All of this is commitment. And now that we are adding the Justice, this is further indicating that yes, a commitment is going to be offered. But the thing is don't become impatient, because you can't rush the process. And what happens is when it comes to manifesting, what happens is the manifestation is just about to happen, but then the person who's waiting for it to happen loses faith. They stop believing, they become impatient, and then they become imbalanced. So stay centered and and grounded, aligned, and receptive to the universal life force energy, this love and light energy, receiving this energy is what I'm saying. So be open to receiving, because what was happening is the feminine was being domineering, right? They're being controlling. They were having these expectations, and even though the masculine was showing the feminine through their actions, through their because they were disinterested and they were refusing this offering, the feminine kept giving, and then it caused this and the Queen of Wands is obsession. Okay, so here, be mindful of the emotions. We're flowing, let it flow, keep moving, flowing into the future. This song, Wave After Wave, slowly drifting, wave after wave, wave after wave. I tried, but anyways, wave after wave, slowly drifting. And this is what we're, when you're just letting go and surrendering. Let's say you're out in the ocean and you're stranded, and if you want to survive, you're gonna have to rest. You're gonna have to get on your back and let your body go limp and breathe slowly and let yourself float. Because if you keep trying to swim, or you keep waiting, is that what it's called, waiting the water, then you're going to become tired and you're not going to have the strength. You're not going to be able to endure. So this is saying that if you can't continue to stay in the space of surrender and being balanced and welcoming of a whole new experience, then you're going to block the manifestation. And come on, let's do this. We've already been there. We've done that. It's time for a whole new experience. We deserve this. Accept it. Live it as if it already is. Just because there hasn't been physical evidence doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And the thing is the test is ultimate surrender, ultimate acceptance, ultimate belief, ultimate knowing. So if you already know that you're balanced and grounded and centered and aligned and completely content being in the moment, then you don't need to have evidence. If you're looking to have evidence, then that means that you become unbalanced. It means that you don't trust, because either way you need to be, you need to accept whatever happens. But you can choose to imagine that the worst case scenario and get back into these limiting beliefs and the self-sabotage. Then you're going to have to go back to the beginning, and you're going to have to go through the whole process once again. So just remember, you deserve this. I deserve this. Really, seriously, Capricorn, give yourself, they say a pat on the back. Congratulate yourself. You've been doing the work. Stop trying to say you're not, it's not good enough, and you need to stop pushing yourself. This is about receptivity. And the Capricorn is a feminine energy. So be receptive to whatever's meant to happen, and trust in the process, and enjoy being in the moment. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you found this reading helpful. If so, please comment below. And if you would like to have a reading for the New Year's energies, you can find my information in the description. Much love to you all. Take care.